Okay, so I can't remember what I was trying to finish in my last video, but I have something else I want to talk about. I'm going to just try my hardest to not forget halfway through because I do that a lot, man. Okay, so anyway, my 26-year-old daughter is locked up right now on an attempted second-degree murder charge. She's been locked up since September, but because she and I have a very strained relationship, like I just found out about 4 days ago, and we're in almost to December. Like I have a granddaughter that I don't know or can't. God, why is talking about this hard shit so hard? Anyway, she did stab her boyfriend in the neck. She stabbed him in the neck. And like when one of my other kids, like, cause I saw him a couple days ago, and like it took me like a day and a half, cause I saw him like 2 days in a row, to see his neck scar. He did, and I just looked at it immediately, turned my head away. Anyway, so one of my other kids asked, and what it looked like, but we're on text, so like I put like a colon / colon, because that's what it looked like. If I had to make the scar and into punctuation, that would be the punctuation, not the meaning of the punctuation, or perhaps actually that like the meaning of the punctuation / yeah, the punctuation matches too. Okay, I laugh inappropriately. Don't even care about that. I am an Asperger's who just found out that she's Asperger's, number one. But number two, I've always just been so. It's not that I'm outspoken. I am. But I'm always just outspoken about the truth. Like, and not anybody else's truth, because I don't know anybody else's truth. You know what I mean? I'm outspoken about my own thoughts about things, and I've been called crazy my whole life. Fucking whole life. In fact, anyway, just I have been. And so when you're desensitized to it from hearing it your entire life, it just I just don't care anymore, because I honestly think everyone, all y'all crazy. Y'all are crazy, not me. I'm actually like saner than most. Because, like, think about it. Like, oh my God, the shit that Americans just gobble up and eat. It's retarded. Like, you don't even have to be smart to realize you're being spoon fed fucking lies. And all it takes to know that their lies is just a modicum of thought. My God. So anyway, because she's mad at me and nobody likes me, nobody like called to tell me my firstborn child is not only locked up, she's locked up on a fucking murder charge. Okay, so I had to go myself to find out what she's been booked for, because I didn't know. I just heard she got locked up. I'm thinking, it's another DWI or something. No, But where I could read, all I could see was first degree attempted, and then you couldn't read anything else. But then underneath it, it said sanity hearing. And that's when I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to do this math, that the word that was missing was attempted murder. I'm so, like, my roommate tried to tell me, no, man, no, it's just first degree attempted No, you don't have sanity hearings for second degree attempted battery. That's not how things work. I know I'm crazy, but that's just not fucking how things work. The mental illness in my family runs far back, and it runs deep. Like, seriously, like, my dad has had two brothers. He's the oldest. Then there's the middle one, and then the youngest. The middle one disappeared the year I was born. The last time my grandmother, who raised me, his mother, saw him, he had just been released from a psychiatric hospital with full-blown paranoid schizophrenia. That was 76. Nobody has seen him since. I have tried to find this man. It's just like he was wiped off the map. It's weird. It's fucking weird. And I can remember being a kid growing up, and when my dad would get really mad at me, he would compare me to Uncle Chuck. That's what they would call me, and that was like a derogatory statement. But what they don't know, but I do, because I was like my grandmother, who was Uncle Chuck's mother, like, she raised me. She lived in the house with us, right? But she was my only family. And Uncle Chuck was her favorite child. He really was the cutest, too. I can see how he could be her favorite. But anyway, he was her favorite, and I was her favorite. And, I'm just saying all this to say that, like, they call me crazy, right? But all these people who are keeping this information that my daughter's locked up and about to do, and she pled insanity, and they all call me crazy. She pled insanity, and they all call me crazy. But if you're not a dumbass, then you know that sanity is hereditary. Like, mental illness is hereditary as fuck. In fact, if you have Asperger's or autism in general, your kids have a 1 out of 3 chance of also having autism. I have 5 kids. And when I look back at that older daughter, that one's life, I just it's like face palm. Same thing as my life. And then I started like looking. Me and my dad haven't spoken in 11 years. But I was extremely emotionally abused when I was a child by him. But I look back on him, and like, he definitely fits all the criteria. And like, when I found that out, I found myself like feeling like some kind of like guilty for hating him. I mean, I don't actually hate him, but I think I do. Does that make sense? But then I started feeling bad because, like, oh, I'm being mean. I've been like hating him, and he's just sick. That's how everybody should think about everybody, is what I think. But they don't. And people are mean. I'm around back to my point. All these people keeping this secret from me while they call me crazy. Like, if you really want her out of jail, why aren't you calling her crazy mother to help her attorneys, like, with this sanity hearing? wouldn't it be helpful for the sanity court to know how deep the insanity runs in my family? Would that be helpful? I'm thinking it would, but call me crazy. I mean, like, I know, it's call